Hey guys, so we are going to continue reading the book report from the Black Lagoon and filling in our organizer. Okay, so let's check it out. Mrs. Beamster smiles. She goes to the shelf and brings back Rip Van Winkle. It's about a guy who falls asleep for 20 years. He should get a new alarm clock. Next, she brings me Sleeping Beauty, about a princess who falls asleep for 100 years until a princess comes along and kisses her. On the lips? Eck! Talk about morning mouth. After going through shelves of books, I finally pick Robin Hood. Mrs. Beamster says it's exciting and even has a few pictures. I like pictures. All right, so right now we did learn something new about Hubie here. Or we learned a few more things. Can you tell me one new thing that we learned about Hubie? Yeah, so you might have thought of something different. I'm going to write Hubie seems to like books with pictures. Okay? So it's not just that he doesn't like to read at all. He's just feeling a little scared maybe about the chapter book. And yeah, look at this picture. See him saying, "It looks heavy." Chapter 3 Book Talk. On the bus, all the kids are talking about their book reports. Boring. Eric says he's going to do the phone book. He must be kidding. I've got his number. Freddie has a cookbook. That's a recipe for disaster. Doris chose a book about ballet. That will keep her on her toes. Randy's got a book about all the planets, far out. And Derek's reading a thesaurus. Is that about dinosaurs? Maybe I should have got a book about robins instead of Robin Hood. I wonder how many Smiths and Joneses are in the Los Angeles phone book. I'm going to find out how many recipes use chocolate. The Cavalier is the male partner of the ballerina. Pluto is called a dwarf planet, and it's the farthest planet from the sun. Happy, joyful, fortunate, lucky. My favorite meat is bacon. Oh, so there's something else that I'm noticing about Hubie, just by the way that he's talking here. Eric's doing a phone book. He must be kidding. I've got his number. Freddie has a cookbook. That's a recipe for disaster. How would you describe Hubie? All right, so again, this doesn't necessarily mean you're wrong if you have a different answer from me. But what I said, Hubie has a good sense of humor. Right, he came up with all those little jokes about people's books. What's your book, Hubie? Asks everyone. I take out my book. It's big, it's heavy, it's full of words. I put it back in my bag. Hey, said Eric. I saw the movie. It's about a guy in green pajamas who lives in the forest and shoots arrows. Is that it? I asked. That's it, said Eric. I wonder why it took the author so many words to say that. All right, we will stop here. Okay, so here's a good spot now. We filled in some more about our characters, right? So Mrs. Beamster's a librarian, and you know what? I actually think we can describe her a little more. What else would you say about the librarian, Mrs. Beamster? Okay, so yeah, I'm going to say she is very helpful, right? Because she helped Hubie find a book. Now, this is also a time for you to make a prediction. This is the last thing you'll do on this ed puzzle. Make a prediction, okay? And Miss Hazel should be letting you out of your breakout room soon. Okay? Good work, scholars.